So my name is Dr. David Nicholl, and I thought this month I'd explain about the Homes for Ukraine scheme. How does it work, and is it working? Well, in many senses, I'm extremely fortunate. And at the beginning of the Ukraine war, we felt we had to do something. I've got 3 children, 2 of them at university age, so we felt we had space. Thought we'd do the decent thing, offer up some space. I have to say, if you're going to do this, you have to be extremely determined, because the red tape is really something else. And we basically went on Facebook, looked at some of the science. I have to say it's quite worrying, some of the science, because the potential for grooming and the issues in terms of child protection and protecting vulnerable adults, I think, are quite sizable, okay? But this is very much, the whole Homes for Ukraine scheme is essentially put yourself out there. I'm on a medics WhatsApp group to support colleagues in Ukraine. Through that, I was put in contact with a Ukrainian nurse who's based in London. Maria, you were fantastic. Put in contact with a family who've actually managed to get out of Ukraine and are in Poland. And I spent about 3 hours applying for visas, which I'm glad I did, because the 50 plus pages of forms are all in English, none of which in Ukrainian. Then you have to wait. One of the family had to go for biometrics, and there are only 2 centres in Poland. That actually went through pretty uneventfully, but then you get contacted by and I'm not making this up, the UK Decision Making Centre, which seems to be very good at not making decisions. This took some time. In fact, I'm still waiting for that to finally be processed. I contacted my MP about the delays, who checked with the Home Office. Yes, they're in the system. And then still didn't hear anything. Contacted my MP again. Then got upgraded to the Home Office urgent system. Still waiting to hear. Now hopefully when you see this video, we will have heard, but we've done everything. We've been visited by the council. We've done the DBS checks, which again, as a doctor, I would have had to do for work anyway. Our house has been viewed and deemed habitable. So a lot of bureaucracy, a lot of red tape, takes an awful lot of determination. We still haven't got the family from Ukraine arrived yet. Still waiting, as many thousands are. Yet if you go to Ireland, it seems they've been able to take many more refugees than in the UK, because of course they haven't got the visa process. Now, as it happens, I am actually in Ireland, Northern Ireland, and in fact today's Irish Times was reporting they have Ireland's taken in 1,000 Ukrainian refugees just this weekend. But essentially that's because of not having the visa process. And some fantastic news I had this morning is, in fact, I've been contacted for my family to go to Warsaw to pick up the visas. It has been a very long process, and actually, ironically, I think contacting my MP has actually delayed things. I contacted my MP twice. Office, very efficiently told me, oh yeah, we're in contact with the Home Office, being processed, and that made me think that everything was okay. Actually, I think if you do apply and you get contact with the UK Decision Making Centre, my tip would be give them 48 hours and then email them this address on the screen now. Because in fact I contacted the Home Office this morning, and within half an hour I was then getting emails saying that for my family to contact the visa collection process in Warsaw. And yet, I'm thinking about this. They are in a safe place. I've got neighbours who actually applied after me, who got their visas more quickly, again by contacting that email address. But their family are in Melitopol, which is Russian-held territory, and now they've got to try and work out how to get out of there. And if you look at where they are, it's they're literally trying to get themselves past Russian tanks to come to the UK. So on one hand, I'm so pleased for my family. Equally, I'm terrified, frankly, at the thousands of families trying to get out who are in hell, frankly, as has been described by a Ukrainian friend of mine this morning. So the process is, I'm afraid, very overly bureaucratic, but don't give up.